Welcome to Independence Day 2018 in Middletown, Ohio. The theme this year is Peace Through Strength. Hi, I'm Jim Witt and welcome to our coverage for the 5th year. This year we have the addition of drone cameras from Eric Russell and a peek at 360 video. Eric is definitely a techie guy. The 360 camera caught this photo of Eric, his family, and I. The drone added immensely to our coverage this year, offering a different perspective to the ground camcorders. The technology is awesome, but the power of the battery, well, it's limited to 30 minutes, and that's why we had 2 drones. It was hot and humid this year on the 4th of July, with the heat index around 100. It was a water bottle time for the spectators and the parade participants. There were organizations along the way passing out water. We were set up in our favorite place on Verity Parkway at Central Avenue. The judges were about a block up the street from where we were. The judges included 9 points in their scoring system for a maximum of 130 points. A lot of different things they judge for, and very important. It was an awesome parade this year under the direction of your committee chairperson, Jerry Lewis. The parade made its way from Woodside Cemetery for the 2-mile trek north on Verity Parkway through downtown Middletown and north to Smith Park. Our Grand Marshal this year was Jeffrey Wilder, with 10 years of volunteer service to Boy Scouts of America. He was Scoutmaster for Troop 801 and Cupmaster Pack 250. He has received many awards, including Crew Trainers Award and holder of the Hopewell District Award of Merit. Wilder is quite involved in the community, working with the young people, helping them to learn life values. Well, it's time for the parade now, so let's get started. All right, our parade's starting now, and we're getting all lined up here. And of course, the police department leading us out to get us started. Of course, we have our combined honor guard this year between the American Legion and the VFW. And they won the Fraternal Shared Award as honor guard this year. And Post 3809, their van's right behind it. And more with celebration with the American flag on a, would be like a golf cart. Now, parade this time moved a little bit slow in front of us because at about a block north of us where the judges were set up, so they would slow down so the judges could judge them. As you've seen the list earlier, all the different things they judged on, which was quite a bit, and you got a max of 130 points. So you had to put a lot of work into your float. You had to identify what your group is. Now, some of the floats did not have identification, so we don't have that either, so those would lose points. All right, we got the alumni band of the Middletown High School. Their alumni marching band's coming up, and they're going to stop right in front of us in just a minute. And then they will proceed, and we have a nice drone shot of the band marching by our camera positions, which is kind of neat. All right, the band is coming up, so let's take a listen to the alumni marching band. And they're getting ready to march up here in front of the judges, which is just about a block north of where we were set up. One of the young ladies there's got to go off and get her some drink of water. And I tell you, the temperature was about 102, 101 with the heat index. And it was very oppressive out there at times. And really hats off to all these people who walked that 2 miles, right, 2 miles from Woodside Cemetery through downtown Middletown all the way north to Smith Park. And as you'll notice, a lot of them carried water as they went along. Looks like our young lady's ready to go. They're going to get ready to march down through here and entertain us with a little bit of music. Looks like they're about set to go. Now they're going to back up a little bit. The girls are. All right, let's listen to the next segment of the alumni band from Middletown High School. And now the Moody Truck Band and Excellence follows up with everybody. Now we're getting into our floats and units for the parade this year. See people sitting on the side just waving their flags and fans just trying to keep cool a little bit. A little on the hot side. But it was an enjoyable day. It really was. And you just have to get past the oppressive heat. But, you know, when I was a kid, 90 degrees meant nothing. Now, today, a little bit different. All right, we got the Scouts in a van by themselves, or a little trailer. And follow right behind them is our Grand Marshal for the year, Jeffrey Wilder. We'll see another picture of Jeffrey here in just a minute as the float moves toward our drone camera. He's walking right behind it. The man been dedicated to Scouts for over 10 years. It's a lot of dedication and love for the community. Here's our World War II veterans. Now we have the American Legion Post 218, the Ladies Auxiliary, who's in the gray car. And of course our Poppy Queen from the Auxiliary is in the red car. And then we have the commander of the American Legion Post 218 in the car. Got a big truck coming up now. It makes a little noise when he comes through. And this is our VFW Post 3809, their float this year. And of course the theme is Peace Through Strength. We have our Knights of Columbus now. They're honor guard. And there comes our little trailer behind the SUV. And these guys are pretty smart. They're walking in this hot temperature. Not walking in this hot temperature. Got the little ones in there as well, waving their flag. And And here comes some of our motorcycles that's in the parade this year. Riders for Life. Quite a big turnout this year for motorcycle groups. We have another group in the back, couple of them. We really didn't know who they were, but they're different motorcycle groups. I bet it was hot riding that motorcycle with that engine right underneath you. Here's a nice aerial view as they pass by our location. Got a latecomer just jumped in the line there. And we got the Moose Lodge coming up now with their float this year. And I believe that's Moose Lodge 501. A little gold Jeep, and we got a golf cart coming up behind that. And no sign on who it belongs to or what group. Next we got the Lodge number 90, Jefferson Lodge. They're decorated up in their American flags. And taking it kind of easy, I would be too. This is Job's Daughters International. This is a new group I just heard of this year.
Yeah, that was awesome.
And we have the U.S. Army has their float this year in the parade. Pretty truck, but no ID as to who the float belongs to. Here comes our guy with the little sports car, which is so neat. He's in about every parade and always comes decorated with flags all over his car. He'll be moving up here in just a second so we can get a better look at him. We got sheriff's deputies on their bicycle patrol, and that's Ronnie Pike. Here comes our council members for the city of Middletown. They're all out in their glory today. Walking, some are riding in their cars.
Hey guys.
Here's another view of the cars coming down the street or up the street. And more of the deputies. And then we got the fire department, and their honor guard now is coming up the street, followed by the Middletown rescue units and fire units. Closer view of the honor guard. Now we have the American Red Cross. They're walking people who are walking, and we have some trucks, disaster vehicles or disaster help vehicles following up in the back there. They're about halfway through the 2-mile march here, and everybody looks pretty good considering how hot and humid it was. And of course, Red Cross just loves volunteers who come and help out. And this here, kids in The adults are passing out candy as usual. And for safety reasons, they're getting up close to the sidewalks instead of throwing them out in the street, because it was considered a couple years ago that somebody might get hurt. But they moved them all toward the sidewalk on both sides of the street. Red Cross has got a few vehicles this year, and they usually do in the parades every year. And they're slowing down as they pass the judge's station, like I said, about a block north of where we were set up at the time.
Oh no, these are marked.
We have another group coming up now. Looks like they got some scouts in there too. Next we're going to see the Middletown campus of Cincinnati State College. It's kind of grown from one little place to about 3 buildings now down on Central Avenue and Main Street. Here's Town Church. Peace Through Strength was the overall award for this church. First nice thing about the drone camera, you can see some of the pictures of beautiful downtown Middletown. It is pretty downtown. Another picture of the kids. And the adults, of course.
That's a low battery warning, but I got a couple more minutes here. All right.
You'll hear in the background that Eric Russell's talking to me. The drone has 30 minutes of battery time. He had 2 drones, so one gives a beeping sound, and then he brings it down and he sends the next one up again. So it's a pretty expensive drone. One of these days they'll get a point where you can land it, put a new battery in it, and send it back up again. But I guess the way they're made now is once the battery's down, you got to recharge it in the drone itself. And of course, these people passing out stuff got in front of the cameras, didn't realize it. But you got a smile on the camera, that's important. Another shot. We got the Middletown Police Department honor guard. We'll be up there in just a minute, have a close shot of them. And of course, Premier Health, which is Atrium Hospital, or Medical Center as they call it now in Middletown. And there is another motorcycle group. There's a close shot of the Middletown Police Department honor guard. What I understand about Premier Health, and I was checking around, they basically own the hospital here in town and various other medical facilities now, and they came up with this idea for insurance, which is kind of neat. And I know with Premier Health, you go one place to the other, it's owned by Premier Health. Your information travels place to place. And here's some of the staff walking by, carrying water bottles. That baby's quite lucky going in the stroller. Just had a bottle of water. It's your highway to health, Premier Health. And this is the Veterans Social Command. Fire department's coming up. I believe this is the Madison Fire Department coming up. And of course, sirens are great for the kids. They love to hear the sirens. Gets them all excited. We're about 3 units from the Madison Fire Department. Got a good bird's eye view sitting on top of that fire truck. Getting a little selfie there, taking some pictures with their phone. And here comes an interesting group. It's the Dragon Masters, little Kung Fu guy looking good, but I bet he was tired at the end of the 2-mile march. That much exercise. The other crew guys just walking. Those black outfits are warm. They just suck up all the sun rays and the heat. It's like there's some kids in the little trailer over there doing the same thing. Nice close-up of the kids as they go by on camera too. And the funeral home was in the parade this year. Preston Charles Funeral Home passing out gifts to the kids. Now we got the kids coming up with Middy's cheer, youth cheer group. A pickup truck full of them, a bunch of them walking. And there's another float right behind that with more kids from Middy's Youth Cheer. And we got a classic car popping up here. I know every year, in most of the parades, Pacemakers name the group. Classic car group. Good name for the group, Pacemakers. All right, here we come with Cub Scout Pack 28 from Madison Township. And they got the Neighborhood Youth Award this year. And of course, the kids are sitting there having fun, riding, which is great. Back up here a little bit, get a better shot of it. And they're waiting now to go before the judges, which is the researchers down the street. More kids having fun with their squirt gun. And then we have the Early Childhood Programs van. Something was out the backside. We needed to see what it was. That they got the hood up or trunk up on the car. What do you call it, trunk? But it's a door actually. Next we got Skateway from here in Middletown, Linda Rawls' organization. Here's another picture of the early childhood programs. Child getting a little shot of cold water there to keep him going in these temperatures. All right, we're starting to move now. And here is Skateway, as we said before. And it's a family-run operation. Kids are safe there. I know Linda has like closed-door parties at nighttime, and once the kids go in, they can't leave. For the young people, they can't leave. Here's our little princess, giving everybody a hug. The other character, I don't know what they call it. Nice little wave. My little princess. Here's Grace Baptist Church. They got the best church award this year. And the next few floats are from Grace Baptist. That is the Young People's Float, the one right there you see at the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. for children. And some more of their cars. And the noise we hear in the background is the Grace Baptist Church, their school, Middletown Christian Academy, and they call this their club football team. And very noisy, these young men. I hope they kept the energy up for the full length of the parade. It's a lot of energy to be burning up in these temperatures. And close up with the boys as they go through. And they'll float for the football team. And some more of the bands from Grace Baptist Church. By passing out some goodies to all the kids and the adults.
I see that, yeah. All right, time to come bring it home. Run out of straight. It's starting to get loud.
And coming up behind the Grace Baptist Church vans is the Baroque Church here in Middletown. All right. One young guy having fun on the right side of the screen, dancing back and forth. Now they're going to move it. And promoting their Vacation Bible School. And of course, this is that time of year when most of your churches are having Vacation Bible School or VBS. Here's our cartoon character. Hello there. Further down the parade, we got some political candidates who put a float in this year. And they're a little bit further down. And we have another motorcycle group coming through. And the back end of the Baroque Church group just going through. Motorcycle group must have been from there. Now we got Team Unity coming up, and they've been in the last several parades. Have all that energy those kids have running in that hot weather. And here's one of our candidates, Rebecca Howard. She's running for state representative in a little SUV. truck. And of course, passing out all their political flyers and so forth. Now we got second candidates also running for state representative. And this is Nikki Foster. She has a lot of people out passing out flyers and promoting her name, of course. Here's Troy Monk, his dragster. I finally figured out the name. The last couple of parades, it just called it a little hot rod, but it's a dragster. And Troy's been in almost all the parades. And here's Herbie from the Disney film. They always bring it down. There's a close-up of the dragster. There's Access Counseling. They received the Civic Award this year for the Independence Day Parade on 4th of July. And there's some more foster people passing out candy and things, trying to get everybody's vote.
You want to be part of the parade, don't you?
Everybody seems like they're happy. They're waving at the kids and everything on the street, which is kind of cool, with their water bottles underneath them. Here we go. This is our Jeeps and more Jeeps. We got a whole line of Jeeps. We'll just kind of watch them roll through. A lot of good-looking Jeeps. Very good cars, vehicles. I know we have a Jeep Liberty, and I enjoy it. Jeep is a great car. There's different organizations for the Jeep groups too, and they have shows and they do various things. So it's kind of neat. Had a couple of Jeeps pulling out of a parade formation. There was a great turnout this year for this Independence Day Parade, Strength Through Peace, or Peace Through Strength. People all up and down the street, weather didn't affect them. Brought their water bottles. And there were units passing out water bottles too as you went along and set up along the way. If you needed water, they took care of it for you. You got more Jeeps coming.
Get a close-up of it.
And the next group coming up behind the Jeeps is Zion Lutheran Church here in Middletown.
Oh, we got the drill team.
In the past, they put their drill team in, which their drill team is holding a drill in their hand walking down the street. But not this year, they just got their flags.
What's that?
And we got a close-up of some of the folks from Zion Lutheran Church.
a hit.
And more floats and units from Zion Lutheran Church. And we're coming up on the end of the parade now because guess what we see at the end? The horses. And this is the Sheriff's Mounted Patrol. That's another picture of the church group, Lutheran Church. They were using, thanks to Eric Russell, his 360 camera. So we have shots of the 360 camera as they go through. Different visual perception, but also at the same time it can do pictures all the way around you. Thank you for joining us this year for the 2018 Independence Day Parade here in Middletown, Ohio. Our thanks to Eric Russell and his drones. We'll see you on Facebook and YouTube. Have a great and blessed day.